to show that they will fight for justice and fair play by demanding a fair wage for fair work and honoring of contracts. They have shown the willingness to work with others to get things right. Tobago is suffering under the issues that already are supposed to be fixed. We need people like this fighting for Tobago in the parliament while we give them all the necessary support to get the job done.
Exactly, yeah.
And of course, there will be a lot said on how that support will occur. Now, the Tobago East seat. The PDP has noted a strong interest in the Tobago East seat. However, it is very clear who is best for the seat. Mr. Watson Dukes has an illustrious career in WASA, PSA, NATO, and now as an assemblyman in the THA. He is well known in Trinidad and Tobago as a union leader, representing workers and people. If you call Mr. Duke's phone, he will answer.
Could you repeat that, please, Chairman?
If you call his phone, he will answer. He has continued fighting for people by contesting elections from as early as when he was an independent back in 2015.
Yeah, true.
To the present as the political leader of this great party. The PDP, under the leadership of Mr. Duke, has started slowly, gaining traction, and ultimately defeating the seemingly immovable PNM.
True.
Mr. Duke continues to fight and carries that fight down to central government by becoming the PDP candidate for the Tobago East. Now, the PDP has always stated this, and we're going to continue pushing the agenda that we have told you. We have been the consistent party. We are the party you asked for, and we are still here, and we are going to do our jobs.
Sure.
So I wish to invite the next Minister for Tobago East, and maybe the next Prime Minister, to the podium to speak. Now he will introduce the Tobago West candidate and will speak after the candidate. So I'd like to yield the floor to our political leader, Mr. Watson.
Good morning, colleagues of the media. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Trinidad, wider world. This morning I'm particularly happy as I stand on the threshold of a great future for Tobago. I dare say now, Tobago will win because Tobago must win. In choosing the candidate for Tobago West, I have had many options, many persons who came forward who were interested. However, there was one thing that they lacked, which is the guts to fight for Tobago, win, lose. Fighting for Tobago is not about sunny days. There are going to be lots of rainy days. Days when you feel as if you are going up a hill, you're butting your head against a wall. But you must continue that fight. I have found such great qualities in no other than Mr. Curtis Douglas. I look at him, I say maybe it was his football days when he was starring in Tobago here, and it was so good he placed him in Trinidad, that he learned how to win and lose at the same time. That he have had such resilient and formidable character. But without hesitation, as the political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, as a former trade union president, the best I would say at that, I am pleased, I am elated that I have found the best person with the right blend of characteristics to fight and defend Tobago and help us to win. I welcome our Mr. That's right.
Good morning. Special morning to the media. Morning to Mr. Watson Solomon Duke, the political leader of the only political party has on the island of Tobago.
Yeah.
Morning to the chairman, Dr. Sean Ned. Now, as the Bible says, many will be called, but few are chosen. Hallelujah! And to the party that create a mutiny in this PDP party, the message is to them, not same time green bush drop of water, it is rotten. Do that. Die. And I just want to say as well that out of thousands and hundreds of people who would have advocated to sit in this chair that I'm sitting in today, to represent and to fight for the people of Tobago, I am proud that the people of Tobago saw it fit to elect, to select, and to nominate and to vote in favor of Mr. Curtis Douglas to represent. I don't have to sit here this morning and read from a piece of paper.
That's right.
To say what I would have done and what I would have, or what I hoping to do. Today, without any apologies, I am going to fight for Tobago and I'm going to win for Tobago. And with the political leader, Mr. Watson Solomon Duke, and the Progressive Democratic Patriot, for 30 years, no representation. I will not be going to Trinidad to beat no desk and to sleep in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. History will be made. And it starts from today. And I'm saying, on the 28th of April, every you, the people of Tobago that are intelligent, that are smart, will finally come out on the 28th of April and vote for the Progressive Democratic Patriot. Now, when we look at Tobago and we look at what we have not achieved for the last 30 years, PNM in Trinidad, PNM in Tobago, nothing of substance would have came out of it. And I am telling you all today, I am making an oath with the people of Tobago, which are my brothers and my sisters, from Canaan to Charlottesville, from Plymouth to Mongrace, from every corner, from Black Rock to Crown Point to Charlottesville. Tobago must win under the leadership of Mr. Watson Solomon Duke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know, part of the reason why the people would have select or call Mr. Duke and call the parties to ask for Mr. Douglas, the people that are meeting me on the streets and calling out on me, Mr. Douglas, please, we need your representation. So I'm answering to the people. So this media this morning, one, is to tell Mr. Watson Solomon Duke and to the chairman and the thousands of PDP supporters that we have that Curtis Douglas, or better yet, Curtis Anthony Douglas, accept the responsibility and going to lead the people of Tobago West to victory in this upcoming election. Now, I'm going to leave Mr. Duke to elaborate on some of the things that we have to do. Because people, make no mistake, this is a serious, serious concern for Tobago. Tobago shall no longer be the stepchild, the bastard of the society. We born of a mother. We are children of mothers.
Yes.
Yes? And we don't eat blue crab in Tobago. Right?
In no barrel.
And we ain't in no barrel. But more so, we ain't here to propagate propaganda. What we are here is to fix Tobago, and Tobago must win. So to the listening public, to all the media, and to all those who would have created high treason unto the party, come home. You all come home, because God do not like anything that's nasty and that dirty. And if a foundation is built under deception, it will be weak and it will crumble. So I'm saying to you all, when anchor hits salt water, it is rotten, and as a fisherman, the chain this boss come up. So all in all, people, this will be my last statement for now. But as the week develop, I want you all to bear in mind, there will be wolves coming with bags to make presents to destroy your future.
Wow.
Understand, people. This is the party that was created by Mr. Watson Solomon Duke.
Man.
And this party is in existence for over 10 years. Do not support a party that never faced an election, that never know what to do, because when the head have left, we all know what has happened. The tail has crumbled. So by the end of the day, people, Tobago and Trinidad, and all those Tobago and Trinidad, come home on the 28th, and let's do the right thing, and let's do the honorable thing, and let's do the best thing for Tobago, and give Tobago a chance to breathe. By doing that, I'm saying on the 28th of April, no other vote should be more than the PDP. Thank you. Thank you. PDP. All the way. Are we? Half a win.
Half a win. Are we half a win? Right. Chairman, We're doing this. Curtis, we're doing this.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, we have to be very careful to the things people are saying to us when we are not yet drunk with wine or foolish drink.
Yes.
At yesterday's splash, call it blue splash, the political leader of an unfounded party made a statement which to me was quite troubling. He said he was born in a particular month and his sign is Cancer. And he said it gleefully and somewhat assuredly that my sign is Cancer, and the rest I couldn't hear. Because I now was able to put the pieces together why the PDP couldn't stay. The Cancer was inside the PDP. And the Cancer could not find any comfort in the PDP. Yeah. So the Cancer, the Cancer removed itself from the PDP.
Yes.
And we want to tell Tobago we are happy the Cancer is gone. We are happy the Cancer is gone. Also, I want to tell Tobago, do not be amazed by how the Cancer is spreading. Cancer does spread fast when it reach fertile ground.
Yes.
And so when I saw the amount of cancers down there, I said, my God, Tobago in trouble now.
Trouble.
Tobago in trouble now. And so I had to call in my good brother, Curtis Douglas, and the good doctor, Dr. Ned.
Yeah.
Because one of the things you all do not know about Dr. Ned is that he's not a medical doctor, he's a scientist, a literal scientist. And at one time in one of his training out in foreign, he had worked on drugs for cancer. So he had to call in a man who understands to treat with cancer. Yeah. So this morning we have come to do an operation.
Yes.
To remove the cancer from Tobago.
Yes.
Why? We have come to remove the cancer because Tobago must win.
Yes.
Must win. Tobagonians, God has seen your travail. God has seen your pain. God has seen how much things have become extremely hard under this political administration, and how they are totally oblivious, totally forgetful, totally uncaring, totally immune to what people are feeling in Scarborough. On Saturday, I was invited to a particular function of a good friend of mine, my wife and I. And in speaking to one of his daughters, she said, I went to look for a job. She said, I wouldn't say the amount of subjects, it's a large amount of subjects, but over 14 subjects. I have over 14 subjects. She said, and I'm doing a degree currently. So I went looking for a job in the THA, and I said, look, share my qualifications, and this is what I'm currently pursuing. Do you have anything for me? The man looked at her and said, unless you know somebody inside here, and somebody knows you, you are wasting your time. That startled her. But what rocked her boat and caused her tear gland to release tears uncontrollably is when that man told her it's best to go and register for a CPEP work. She said she burst out in tears in front of the man. These things trouble me deeply. Very deeply, these things trouble me, folks. Very deeply. What have we as a nation become? Those who on top are living their life. They're living their life. But the youths of today are forced to live their lives in the shadows. We have seen unprecedented murders of teenagers with guns in their hand, killing each other. We have seen it. And there's nothing in place to give hope to these young people. The cancer revealed himself yesterday. Even within their very own party, they are eating each other. They are eating each other. And yesterday they eat up one of their own people right on the stage. Right on the stage. Is this the Tobago that our forefathers fought for? The PDP is about people. We're not in this fancy show thing, we're not in this splash thing. We have had enough of that. When we were in a position, we fill a whole place and it overflow. That's how we operate big. You see, this time around, we don't want the clutter. We want our message to be clear. Tobago must win. Because the truth be told, if Tobago does not win, our youths will be hopeless and Tobago will become a murder capital. Already, guns are flowing into Tobago regular basis. People have guns in bush, they have guns in bag, they have guns all about the place. Because our borders are porous. Yeah. And the Coast Guard are totally unable. They have no boats. That's what they claim. No boats. The police are doing as much as they can do. That's all they can do. The youths are frustrated. What are we doing for our people? The cancer is trying to eat all of Tobago up. This is a serious message. All of us here are rough men. We are no soft man. So don't feel the fact we get emotional. We soft men. We are emotional because we are in love with Tobago. Unlike others who are trying to use Tobago to fill a bank account, to get a car to look stush, we have given up everything for Tobago. So hence we come like this. We don't need a jacket. We come in bare. I have had written out a number of things that we are going to do immediately upon entering office in Trinidad. Because this is a spiritual battle. We are not even worried about the outcome. We know, and mark me my words today, we know with no shadow of turning, with no inkling of a doubt, that we shall win. The PDP shall win. We know that. We know that. We are not doubting that. But winning is one thing. Governing is the next thing.
Yes.
Those who win must be prepared to govern. Unlike those who are inside, they are never prepared to govern. Not even now, they are prepared to govern. One of the first things the PDP will do upon getting into office is to declare our commitment to those in Trinidad for the people of Tobago. We are not going to play that.
All right.
We will declare to them that our primary focus is the people of Tobago. Primary focus. It's time at Tobago when we have lost for years now. Over 140 years we have been losing. The time will come. Within a month time, Tobago must win. And for Tobago to win, some things must happen. One of the first things I am going to do upon entering there, because when I say I am going to do, I'm not speaking as a low fence or as a cog in the wheel. I'm speaking as the next prime minister of the country. And I want that to be known well. Yeah? And they can't stop it because it's coming.
Yes.
These things are spiritual. As the next prime minister of the country, and someone asked the question before I go further. They say, Watson, they will not give you that. And I want to put it out there clearly. I say they have to and bound to give me that. I want to put it differently, people. As how Tobagonians just speak.
Yeah.
They must bound to give me that.
Yeah.
They must bound to give me that. Give away that. And I'll tell you why. The ball will jam in Trinidad. 21 way, 19 the next way. Who get 20, who get 19, I don't know. But to govern a country, you need 21 seats or more. You could be voted in, you know, but you'll be voted out the next day under a no confidence motion. And no confidence motion means that we have no confidence in the leadership. And so if the party with the 20 seats has the singular majority, say we have appointed a leader, then the next day, the opposition, along with the 2 seats in Tobago, would say, look, we don't believe in that leader, vote them out. And that's it. They go out of office immediately. That is very unstable. Therefore, the party with the 20 will want to consolidate. And the party with 19 will say, hey, me ain't taking no chance. I want to win too. So we will have to choose. When Watson Duke becomes Prime Minister, I'm saying it now because there's no secret with this. I am going to rule very hard. I am not going inside and saying it is just 2 seats. So, all right. No. If you have 20 seats and you have 19 seats and you want to form the government, go ahead. But we have the power. These 2 seats in Tobago have the power. Yeah. We're not playing that. Let it go ahead. We ain't bound for nothing, you know. We ain't bound for nothing. But just know that once I'm in control of those 2 seats, I'm a negotiator, a professional negotiator. And I'm telling you in advance. So we'll plan a response, a counter offer. Because we're not giving those 2 seats at all. And so they will come. And when they come, I will let them know. As Prime Minister of this country, I am the real Prime Minister. And there's no other Prime Minister. Yeah? So that's the second thing I'll tell them. One, I'm about Tobago's interests. Yeah. The second thing is that I am the real Prime Minister and there's no other Prime Minister inside here. All right? Then, I want for the people of Tobago and the PDP and Trinidad 4 positions. Prime Minister, Attorney General, which is the lawyer for the, he like the official lawyer for the country. He advises the Prime Minister, etc. The AG, National Security. I ain't taking chance with nobody. I tell them now, man, taking chance with nobody. I gonna have my own back. And I hold no national security. So all gangsters out there, watch it carefully because me ain't paying neither. Telling us straight. National Security Minister, we holding that down. And Finance Minister. Those are the 4 positions I want. They could take anything else they want because it's fair negotiations. They could take anything else. You know? Secondly, as Prime Minister, I want half of all the diplomatic positions. And there are several. Half of all. They can't cherry pick. And I will tell them my first pick, they will take the rest. We're negotiating hard, they must know. That I want half of all board positions in Trinidad. Yes. Half. Yes. And I'm saying this not for myself, but for the people of Tobago, living in Tobago and in Trinidad, because there are over 375 Tobagonians or persons of Tobagonians offspring living in Trinidad. They must be able to fill some of these positions with me. You see, for the first time, you're going to have balance in this thing called Trinidad and Tobago. You're going to have balance. Yeah. I reject the idea of tokenism, where they take one Tobagonian, put him in the Senate, and say, look, we have Tobagonians here. We don't want that. Tobagonian must be throughout the length and breadth of the government. If this is our country, we must participate in all areas. Yes. You see, Tobago, I am not like those on the cancer side. They don't know what they're doing. They listen to me, and then they put it through some kind of a chat GPT, and they rephrase the words. But the ideas that I have preached to you are the same ideas you will hear from them. They are playing with my ideas. They have done nothing of their own. So all along they have been talking about autonomy. when I begin to say we reject autonomy, we want self-determination, they begin to speak self-determination. Now, will I hear them?
Yeah.
Self-determination. You understand it? Yeah. That's what they're about. Self-determination. When they hear me say about negotiating, they say they're going to negotiate. They have not even negotiated for a kiss from a woman.
Yeah.
They have not even negotiated that. But they want to negotiate for the country. Huh? How could they do that? Unlike them, I could say to the nation how I am negotiating up front, and that will not change the price of cocoa. The price of cocoa will not change because I'm a skilled negotiator. They will tell you. The CPO will tell you when I go to the CPO to sit down, I go with nothing. And I rock back like this. And I will talk for hours. And I get them right where I want them. Before I left the PSA, I signed off 9% for the workers of NIB. 9%, that was 3% for 2014, 3% for 2015, and 3% for 2016. One day, I was still the president of the PSA. The finance minister called him Imbut. I know you're listening now. Called me on the phone. You have my number. Juke. I said, what happening? He said, I can't pay that money, you know, Juke. I said, what's Juke minister tell him? You can't pay that money. I said, you have to pay that. That's how I talk to them. You know what I mean? I said, you have to pay that money. He said, no. He said, we can't pay that money. If we pay 9% there, everybody go 9%. He said, Juke, I'm going to bust the treasury. I said, I don't want to hear that. I sign off on that. Your people sign off on that. Pay the money.
Pay the money. Pay the money.
I am a master at what I'm doing. In my last era before I left, the last back pay workers get was 14%. The government under the CPO offered me 9%. They said, take 9%. I said, me, I want that. Those time I was living in one woodbook place in my family in Trinidad. A man came to me, a highfalutin man, light shade of color, hair straight. You know, the other side. Not on the East Indian side. A European person came to me. He said, Watson, they're coming to lock you up. I said, he said, accept the 9% and see if you can work up with them otherwise. I said, okay, I hear you. He said, because I love you, I come to talk to you. I said, all right. The next day, fire in the tea. Right in the fire, I don't want 9%. Gas was about 80% at that time. $80 a barrel. Gas went down to $40 a barrel. They did lock me up, of course, but I'm paying the price. We are Spartans. We are Spartans. We don't have time with that.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. As I say, jail and make for ripe fig. Yeah. We go in there if you have to go there. We ain't afraid that.
Could you repeat that?
I said jail and make for ripe fig.
Yeah.
We're fighting for Tobago because Tobago must win.
Must win.
Not the scary pussycat jellyfish kind of people.
Yeah.
If the police come, they run, go and hide. Say, but they could negotiate. If you're going to negotiate, you have to be tough.
Yes.
I tell you, when you see I visit tears come to my eyes for people, not for myself. I just grieve over my people suffering in Tobago. So, when oil price is about $40 a barrel, you know, I went around the CPO table now, and they eventually gave me the 14%.
That's what we're talking about.
You know that?
Performance.
Skills, people. When I signed for 5%, folks said, Duke, sell out, you sell out. But no. I was the only trade unionist who signed for 5%, and I gave out over 300 completed HTC homes in Trinidad. 300 more than this party assembly. As the president of the PSA, there's no president of any union in Trinidad and Tobago who have given out HTC houses to their members. And I even gave to my enemies and all. I could tell you. On Carnival last year, I met a man in the streets. He ran up to me and said, Duke. He said, but I always love you, you know. He said, he told my wife. He said, you know that man give me an HTC house? I even forget that. I do remember the good that I do. Folks, I'm saying to you, I am a negotiator on a different level. Them guys can't come around me. I was the president of 80,000 workers in this country. That's the PSA. I was also the president of NATUC. That's the National Trade Union Center. Folks, I'm internationally known for representing people. Who is these little people coming in trying to tell you they will negotiate?
folks, do not pay them no mind. So in order for Tobago to win, there are a number of things that must take place. As the Prime Minister, one of the first things I will do is to establish a CARICOM wharf in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Immediately. Immediately. I am Prime Minister this week. I am Prime Minister this week. By next week, the CARICOM boats and them pulling up right outside there. And Granny with Chihana banana and the little Benessees and whatever they have, they're coming down and they're trading. They're selling and they're collecting stuff. We're not going to Trinidad to buy no cucumber and Edos and this kind of stuff again. No. You must come right here. We buy what we want to buy. We sell what we want to sell.
Correct.
I promise Tobago that.
Correct.
That is one of the things we'll promise. Another thing we're going to promise is to increase the salary of all workers in this country.
Yeah.
All. We are going to bring every single worker up to 2025.
Yeah.
Every single worker. You see, I'm simply a boss at this. And let me tell you how I'm dealing with this. I will take the workers at the lowest end of the ladder. That's the litter wardens, or call them what they are. No wardens. Those persons employed in the litter eradication program, right? Which is those who picking up the little things on the ground there. Yeah. They collect $2,500 a month. Yeah? A young man walk in here to me. I'm not going to call his name. He said, boy, I have 2 children. I live in a shed. He said, I just have to mind my train on them. He said, I don't have money to eat when the time come. He said, well, let's eat. I ain't going to tell all them because somebody might tell this story. No, you see. He said, I'm going to tell all them, in fact. Them things hurtful to talk about. This is a man that looks strong. You think you look okay, but they're suffering, they're dying on the inside. These are people whose sanity is hanging by a thread. And you could just strip them off and they could just get on bad. We have to protect society. We have to. So persons at that level who are collecting less than $5,000 a month will be brought up to $5,000 a month. Those in the reforestation program, those in URP, anybody under $5,000 will be brought up to that. Once we have brought that to $5,000, and I'll explain why $5,000. You see, $5,000 is what I will call the lowest minimum salary.
Correct.
Or minimum living wage. It's the lowest minimum living wage. Why are we doing that? Because based on worldwide policy, a living wage is that which allows you to spend 30%. We'll take this information down, please, when I'm writing. 30% of your salary on a rent or a mortgage. Right? And then you have the rest to live on. And it must not be under a poverty wage. So if we take $5,000, $1,500, you'll get a 1 bedroom for that. Tell me about. And that's worse. You have to look hard for that, yeah? You have to look real hard for that. But I get like a $1,500 for like a 1 bedroom place like still. And that is how I come up with that. But underneath $5,000 a man can't live. Cannot. Impossible to live. And so with the $1,500 you spend that, and you have another $3,500 to try to live. It's very, very delicate. It's very, very delicate. The other persons above are now getting above 5,000 or 5,000 above. You will continue to get that and more, because we will ensure that everybody could live and have a decent salary. When I was with the CPO negotiating, we were discussing that. All public servants, all persons working for the public servants must move towards having a salary that allows them to have a discretionary spending. What is discretionary spending? It means that after you pay your bills, your water, your light bill, your phone bill, whatever, buy your groceries for the month, you still have a little kakada. You could decide to go and buy a little dress, go and watch a little movie. You know what I mean? Or take a little boat ride and go to Trinidad and spend a weekend and come back. You call that discretionary spending. You have a little money to play around. There are many public servants who are working who does not have discretionary spending. Yeah. We have to bring that back into the salary.
Yes.
And as Prime Minister, I do not want to be Prime Minister to the working poor, but those persons who are thriving in society. And we have to work on that. These are some of my things we are bringing inside. But we are not just stopping there. We are also saying that you see all containers at Mark Tobago, they're stopping in Tobago now.
Right here.
All containers. So I'm telling Tobagonians, you could go and buy a thing in Osiak, China, wherever you want to buy your stuff. It's coming right here and reach you, right here. Right here and reach you. You ain't going to Trinidad and get no flatbed and bring it back up. No. All containers bound for Tobago are staying in Tobago. I will direct that. That was say when I'm Prime Minister, I'm Prime Minister. I mean playing no body down there now. We are in a working relationship, my colleagues and I, whoever they be, PNM or UNC, whoever desire. We are in a working relationship. You get your respect, give me my respect as Prime Minister. Tobago must win. Must win. I want to tell them, all the contractors who are owed money,
Yes.
I'm clearing off all those contractors who owe money in Tobago bill in the first year.
Yeah.
So by December 2025, all contractors in Tobago would be paid the money. We paid it straight. Yeah. You see, we're not going to fight up with what Fali has done. What we're going to do, we're going to attend to the matters he have not treated with, which is everything. He has not treated with nothing, so we will treat with everything. Yes. We will treat with everything because you have done nothing. Nothing whatsoever. For the Tobago contractors who have been fighting up for little small work. And that. Your night of suffering has come to an end. I just feel all the pain, you know. When you say I cry because for all you know, and me don't shed no tears. I cry on the inside. Because it's hurting me to see how we people have become. And nobody ain't coming to the rescue. Every single politician is about Boju. You see Boju coming next month? It's about Boju.
Party.
Yes, about Boju. I would like party, everything's a party. Just those a big party again. Party. They even name themselves something people party. First they like party. Party. And they ball with it. Be careful what people say to you. Pay attention. If you tell them a cancer, them a cancer. If the name people party, it's a party for the people. We are progressive, democratic, and we are patriotic in this party. Yes. A patriot is somebody who will die for his country. And that is all of us up here. Yeah? We dying for that. So for our contractors, what we are saying to them is that all contracts, $100 million and under will be going to Tobagonians. In Tobago, all contract in Tobago, $100 million and under will be going to Tobagonians. And if all of don't have the money, then we will put up the money and ensure you get the money borrowed. Why? That is what I call a public-private partnership. Yeah? Where we create a business incubator for our potential business people and businesswomen. Yeah? That many people have big ideas here, but nowhere to go with it. When they're carried by some company thief in the ideas, and some big man blocking it. You say, no, block idea, one idea, block it. I don't want it to happen. We are free people. The time that our ancestors spent crying. Folks, this thing's serious. This is not just an election we fighting for, you know. Nah. We are fighting for a generation They must know that we are not here to pop a show. We are here fighting for a generation that is yet to be born. When they are born, if we don't fight now, there'll be a generation of slaves. Trust me. I see it. Every politician who come here looking to fix themselves. I thank God I don't have a big house already. I built it already when I was young. I fight up, I built it, I live my life already. Now my life belongs to the people of Tobago. Yes. It belongs to them. And so if it's a revolution we have to get a solution, let it be a political revolution. Yes. Let it be a political revolution. Our ancestors die, you know. Fighting, you know. And they place a blessing upon us to fight for them. I have come to take over fight. I fighting for James Bigat, APT James. Yeah, Robinson and Dr. Winston Murray. They fight. And after this, Hochoi Charles fight next. I am coming to finish the fight. That's why me ain't coming to play, you know. I tell Trinidad one time, prepare for trouble.
Yes.
Because all of the bigger, all of 39 seats on there, all of better win a majority. Because they did a ball jam in Trinidad. Trust me. And we get 2 seats across here, we're coming down for leadership.
Yeah.
The good thing about it is that, like Moses, I was trained in Egypt, you know. I know what Trinidad gives. I know the environment. And they know me too. So nobody come in and play around me and down there. They know I fought, I know I fought too. So from the time I land, I ready for action. Not like some of these people, they don't know what Toko is, what San Fernando is. They don't know what nothing is. When they come down, there's a GPS in the hand right through.
Yeah.
Trying to find Port of Spain. They're trying to find KFC. They want to find Charlotte Street. It's a GPS they're using. They want to govern Trinidad, but Roxo. So we're dealing with that. Let me go on further. Without even changing the laws, as the government who is responsible for Tobago's award, we are going to give Tobago a budgetary allocation of 10% of the national budget. Because Tobago's award of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And Trinidad will give Tobago whatever it desires.
Yes.
They have been forced to give us between 4.03 and 6.9, but have only given us 4.03. I'm saying it's, and that's for the last 1980, now 40 years I've given us that. Not 40 years, since 2000. So the last about 25 years that have given us 4.03%. I'm upping it to 10%.
Yes.
$6 billion every year coming to Tobago.
Yeah.
$6 billion. You see, we have been singing a lie for a very long time. A long time, we've seen a very long lie. And they have forced us to stand at attention and sing, "Hear every creed and race, find what equal place?" There's no equal place here, brother. There's no equal place here. Every creed and race, find an equal place. And may God bless our nation. We are not equal. I don't want to sound racial, and I'm not racial because my wife mix. Right? So let me tell you one time. Basically, black people in Tobago and Trinidad, they have to live.
Yes.
They have to live. They have to live. And I said that open on the mic. Black people have to live. It's no secret. It's no clandestine thing. I want to see that we have some black billionaires in this country.
Yeah.
Black billionaires. Yeah? There are some political organizations who have created black billionaires, have created their own billionaires. In every ethnicity in the country, they have Chinese billionaires, persons from East Indian origin, billionaires, descendants, European descendants, billionaires, the Arabic millionaires, so to speak, if I use those terms, Syrian millionaires, billionaires. There is not one black billionaire in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Every other race has one. So I'm going to make a few. And I'm putting it out there one time. Yes, we have to balance the equation. That is what governance is about. Balancing the thing. Balancing the thing. Balancing the thing. You see? The advantage has to stop, you know. It has to stop. And I'm bold with it. So don't feel no secret we're talking here. Let them know what we're coming with. You understand? They must know what we're coming with. You see, the other politicians and them does never tell you what they're going to do. They're going to negotiate for what? How they're doing that? You don't know. They have no idea what they're doing. I am telling you how I'm going to do it. We're going to ensure that money flow to all races, of course, all races.
Yes.
All races.
Yes, everybody.
But when it flow to all races, it must not stop at the black race.
Yes.
Because they believe the black man can't handle money. They have never given him plenty money in this country.
Yes.
Yeah? And every black billionaire, they mash up the Lawrence Dupree Empire, they mash it up. Yeah? And other people, they mash them up. They bring them to North. Well, we're going to create some black billionaires. Because we want to walk with our head high. We want to have people that are economically strong within our community that could assist the black community whenever they have to need that assistance. So I put that there. Another major program that we have, and I'll plenty things, is what we call a house repair / community renewal program. Let me tell you what it's about. You see these housing grants? We are going to stop housing grants and we're going to start delivering repair to all houses. Yeah? So under A. Watson Duke as Prime Minister, including Trinidad, we will go on a phase basis, community by community, where we are involving the youths of the community, teaching them a trade, putting them into groups, and they will go about building homes, and we are supplying the materials and paying them.
Correct.
Right? So we are paying them and supplying the materials. And when you build a community, you will not destroy a community.
Correct.
Is that saying to you?
Correct.
The man who builds a community will not destroy a community. We are not giving them expensive things, but we are giving them toilet, bath, get good flooring, good roof. Your roof mustn't leak, proper something by your window. Either cheap windows or louvers. At the end of the day, we are making sure when you finish and look at your house, you look good. Every single house must have a footpath. Get rid of that dirt footpath. We want everybody to have a concrete footpath to their home. Whether you live up in the hill or not, you're going to have a concrete footpath. Decent access to your home. And the community will be responsible for building the community. You know what that does? That creates domestic consumption. And every week they're getting paid. So if, let's say, we pay a man $150 a week, that's $150 by how much? By 5 is how much? Anybody tell me? Quick. $750 a week. A man have that in his hand cash. No tax, little health surcharge come out. Because I upgrade health center just now. A man have that to go online with, put something in the bank, and all that kind of stuff. That is money coming to the community every single week. Yeah. Imagine 100 person getting $750 a week. You know how much money coming into that little community space per week? I mean, girls who have never done the nails or get the nails done. I will laugh at that. But while campaigning, I visited a particular house in the east, and I saw a young lady there. I said, how old are you? Well, her parents were there too. She said she's about 19, 20 around that, I think, or 23, can't remember her age. But I look at her and I saw she's been challenged, and the family's challenged. I said, have you ever done the nails yet? She said, no. She's never done the nails yet. And I say, wow, it must be something for a woman to do her nails. And some women who have it like that, they do their nails every single week is cat claws. Yeah. Every week is cat claws on the finger. Right? But there's women who have never ever done their nails. And I'm saying, when that kind of money flowing into the community, a woman could say, let me see what it feels like to have my nails done. Let me see what it feels like to have some butterflies on top of my eyes. Let me see what it feels like, folks, to put on a nice pants, look good. We want our people in Tobago and Trinidad to feel ordinary, to feel normal. Don't feel deprived. That is the role of a government. We want to improve the quality of life for every single one. And so we'll be doing that. The community will be renewed. We want to stop the borderlines, stop this coldness between neighbors. Today is my house, tomorrow is yours. Next day is the next somebody's house. That's a beautiful idea. There's another thing I want to do, which is to establish both a Tobago National Bank in Tobago here, a Tobago National Bank, and I would be granting the license for that to set up immediately within the first 3 months, a Tobago National Bank.
Thank you.
Yeah. And giving them some monies to start the bank off with, a Tobago National Bank. Secondly, we'll be developing a Tobago Consolidated Fund. A consolidated fund is where government pays its bills from. That's like a government pocket cash, right? Or cash pan. The consolidated fund. That's one money. And then we'll create a next thing called a sovereign wealth fund. That's a government investment fund in a sense, where they could strengthen the financial resources and capabilities of a country. That money is financed by foreign direct investments, a portion of that, things like trade and a number of activities, which I don't want to get into because I know the cancer man is listening and you're going to plug this into, yeah, the cancer man is listening and he's going to plug this into Chat GPT and reword it and come out, say, yeah, I'll be doing this and we're doing that. No, we're doing that all year. We're doing that. That's how they operate. Chat GPT, reward it. Plagiarizing my ideas. Plagiarizing it. I could go on. We will be creating an amendment to the THA Act, which is to ensure that any person who elected on a party ticket cannot cross the floor without declaring the seat vacant. So if they cross the floor, the seat would be declared vacant. And if they are expelled by the party, the seat will also be declared vacant. Those are within the constitution of Trinidad and Tobago. However, the constitution only limits it to ministers only in the parliament and not the THA. So you'll have to fix that. So this level of thievery that took place,
Mutiny,
cannot take place again. It's crazy. It's unheard of. It's history. It's history. They thief a whole election from the people in Tobago and now claiming that they are a TPT executive. Lord, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. Let me go a little further and say that in the Tobago House, in the Constitution, I'm not end with this, I could go on and on, but we'll get the rest as we go along. In the Constitution, we will address the issue of Tobago's self-determination. And listen to the word, Mr. Cancer. Self-determination. What we are going to do is this. We are going to say to those inside there, all right, we are going to leave everything as is in the Constitution as is, and we're going to add a little clause. Let me read the clause for you. I want to take my time and read, because see, we don't operate by guess. I have a team of people who are working with me, a team of persons who are in finance and persons who are in the school of academia. This is an insertion into the Constitution. A simple insertion into the Constitution. This is Article 141E. It's entitled Self-Determination of Tobago. Hear what it would read. 1. Right to self-determination. A. The people of Tobago are hereby recognized as possessing an inherent and inalienable right to self-determination. This right includes, but not limited to, the authority to determine their own political status, and that is to become independent if they want to continue with an autonomous relationship as you're in right now, or to be independent but have a union with Trinidad where they share the dollar. So they have the authority to determine their own political status and to freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development in accordance with democratic principles and international law. Under the same thing too, the process for self-determination. The process for self-determination, right? A. notwithstanding any provision, any other provision of this Constitution, if after a period of 3 years from the effective date of this article, the people of Tobago, through a free, fair, and binding referendum, so we're talking referendum, conducted in accordance with internationally recognized standards, express dissatisfaction with the current governance arrangements, they shall have the right to initiate the process of self-determination. So what I've done here, and I'm not finished as yet, is to say what self-determination is and how we could trigger it. So after 3 years, if we feel to ourselves we fed up and we don't like what's going on with us and Trinidad, the relationship is not balanced, then we have a right to initiate the process through a referendum. Right? A referendum is where each of us have the right to go and vote for whatever we want and say we want to initiate self-determination. Good? The legislature, which is House of Assembly, shall within a reasonable period enact the necessary procedures to facilitate such referendum and any subsequent process, ensuring full transparency and the adherence to democratic principles. Now, what I've just said is something will make any government want to stop it. But hear this. We are making this law difficult to change after we put it in. So, Part 3 deals with entrenchment. A. The provisions contained in this article are deeply entrenched, which means into the act. They can't take it out of the Constitution, not easily. They shall not be amended, repealed, or otherwise altered except by a bill that I passed by the House of Representatives by a majority of votes of not less than 3/4 of all the members thereof, which means the lower house has 41 seats, so not less than 3/4 of the people there must vote to change that, right? Not 3/4. And 2, is passed by the Senate by a majority of votes of not less than 2/3 of all the members thereof. Folks, this is how a man does move when a man is ready to go down to Trinidad and do business. You know what you're about. You ain't guessing. You ain't wearing an old jacket with a set of fake medals on it, walking about the place. Right? Pretending that you are some kind of czar. You don't do those kind of things. Right? This old jacket with a set of medals on it, pretending that there's some kind of czar. Jackie, Kevin Button. Kevin Button. Right? So all I'm saying, there is a big difference between the real and deep fakes. A lot of deep fakes going around right now, pretending they're ready for the work, but they ain't ready yet. Today, as the political leader and the founder of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, I'm here to tell Trinidad we're coming. All of it coming down. Be prepared. We're coming down. Tobago must win. Let me hear you. Tobago must. Tobago must. Tobago must. Tobago must. Tobago must. The Spartans are here, and we shall fight to the bitter end. To the bitter end we shall fight. The bitter end. I thank you. Do you have any questions for us? I know we were pellucidly clear. Any questions?
I just have a question for Mr. Douglas. I just want to know why you chose align with the people.
The people choosing?
The PDP is the national party of Tobago and will also be the national party of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Talk.
And when I casually trying to shop to make grocery for my son, my
Tell
child,
them.
and people in the grocery is bombarding me. Mr. Douglas, I'm from Bethel. I'm from Canaan. Please help we, because I'm seeing you and you're speaking the truth. And the truth is the Progressive Democratic Patriot is the only party.
What do you want to tell persons who might see this as, in terms of you being the head of the Fisher Folk Association, undermining the association? What do you want to tell those people?
You use a wrong term. We don't undermine in the PDP. But since you asked a question about the fisher folk, I am saying to you, the fisher folk, I'm calling upon them now to do the right thing. So let's come out in our large numbers on the 28th of April and vote for the Progressive Democratic Patriot.
PDP.
And under the reins and the leadership of Mr. Solomon Watson Duke, we will finally have
Yeah. These are the people we're fighting for. The ordinary men and women of our society. These are the people we are fighting for. Yeah? Yeah, come in, Jasmine, let Jasmine pass already. Let Jasmine pass it. We don't leave nobody behind. Come in.
Jasmine.
Come in, we don't leave nobody behind, Jasmine. Come, fall in.
Yes.
Come in, we don't leave nobody behind.
Better behind the black.
That's right. Nobody behind. Right. Yeah. That's right.
And Tobago,